Welcome to day 5 of the Yoga for Creativity Challenge. You made it to the end of the first week, so that is amazing. If you've been doing this daily, that is great. Give yourself a little pat on the back, and if you've missed a few, that's fine too. The fact that you're still keeping up with the challenge and making the effort is amazing, and a more daily practice will come in time. So definitely do not be hard on yourself if you missed anything, and just join right back in with the practice and the challenge when you're ready. So we're going to be going on with the chakras today, and today we're moving up to the sacral chakra, which is just below the belly button, and this is the chakra that's very related to wellness. And I know that there's been a lot of research coming out recently about how many illnesses are actually related to the gut and the gut health. It's also associated with creativity and small bits of creativity, so perhaps problem solving, creativity in your everyday life. And sometimes the name of the chakra in Sanskrit is translated to the dwelling place of the self. Alright, well, let us get started with today's practice. Begin by coming into child's pose with the feet together and the knees as wide as the mat, resting the head on the mat. And if you prefer the other form of child pose that we did a couple days ago with the knees together, you can go ahead and take that as well. Wherever you are, letting the forehead rest on the mat. And then taking note of the belly. Noticing how it inflates and deflates as you breathe in and breathe out. Notice how the belly feels between the legs. And noticing how the movement in the belly from the breath affects the rest of the body. And as you're breathing, pulling those breaths right down into the navel. Breathing nice and deeply, just spreading that breathing awareness all throughout the area of the chakra. A Latin proverb that says a sound mind and a sound body. So saying that we should all be searching for health, both in our minds through creativity and education and learning and creating, but also in our bodies, and both of them are interconnected. So by doing these practices and taking care of the body, it's also affecting the mind and taking care of the mind as well. On the next inhale, coming up to the hands and knees, curling the toes under and lifting the hips up into downward facing dog. Seeing if you can engage the core muscles here in this pose. And then as you inhale, walking the toes between the hands, and rising up using those core muscles into a standing position. Then you're going to spread the feet a few feet apart, about a meter apart. And then having the left leg parallel to the back of the mat and the right foot facing forwards, you're going to lunge through the right leg and bringing both arms up, gazing over the right fingertips, and really engaging your core muscles here around the navel, around the belly, to stand nice and tall and stay nice and strong in this pose. And now, keeping the legs the same, bringing the left hand down the back of the left leg and reaching over the head with the right arm. Stretching out the torso here in reverse warrior. Inhale, bringing the hands back up, straightening the legs, and let's pivot to the other side. Inhale and exhale, coming into a lunge with the left leg, and maybe making sure that the knee is not caving in. So you saw I just pushed the knee out there, making sure the arms are equal. gazing over the left fingertips, and then using the core to stand nice and tall in this pose. On the next inhale, moving back into reverse warrior, sliding the right arm down the right leg, the left arm down the left leg. Reaching behind you. And then inhale, coming back up, straightening the legs, keeping the hands where they are for now. And then coming down onto one knee, so coming back to the right side, making a prayer with your hands, and then bringing the elbow to the outside of the thigh. You might want to stay there, or you can lift the back knee up to come into a lunge. So the hands are in prayer, the knee is pushing into the thigh, and the thigh is pushing back into the knee to keep the leg strong. Inhale, come up. Make the feet parallel towards the front. We're going to come into cactus pose, so you're going to squat through the legs. Bring your arms up, and then turn the palms inward so that the hands are facing each other. We're creating a lot of space in the chest and the torso with this pose, so you can breathe deeply and freely. And then on the next inhale, come up, and we're going to do our twisted lunge to the opposite side. So bringing the back knee down, bringing the hands into prayer and twisting, bringing the elbow to the outside of the thigh. And then if you want to, lifting up the back knee. Maybe you'll fall over like I just did, but you can just come right back into the pose. Or you can always drop the back knee. That's always an option. Bringing the hands back down, and just make your way any way you want into a seated position. With the soles of the feet together in front of you, we're going to come to a passive forward bend. So letting the head fall towards the feet, rounding the spine. Just letting the neck and the shoulders hang loose here and releasing. And again, breathing deep into the belly. On the next inhale, rolling back up, and come into a seated meditation position. You can place the hands on the knees, or you might also want to place a hand or one of your hands on the belly. And using those core muscles to sit up nice and tall here. Using the core to feel strong and powerful. And bringing the focus to that center of self in you. Thank you so much for joining me. Namaste.